Welcome back. Let's just continue. I just let my camcorder stay on my table because I start to get tired. So I just like to go back to my bed and continue. So we still have a lot of power on the camcorder. So let's read this one. And the 65 nanometer and the 19.
"45nm process. Per the International Technology Roadmap for Semiconductors, the 45nm process is a MOSFE technology node referring to the average half-pitch of a memory cell manufactured at around the 2007-2008 time frame. Matsushita and Intel started mass-producing 45nm chips in late 2007, and AMD started production of 45nm chips in late 2008. While IBM, Infineon, Samsung, and Chartered Semiconductor have already completed a common 45nm process platform. At the end of 2008, SMIC was the first China-based semiconductor company to move to 45nm, having licensed the bulk 45nm process from IBM. In 2008, TSMC moved on to a 40nm process. Many critical feature sizes are smaller than the wavelength of light used for lithography, i.e., 193nm and 248nm. A variety of techniques, such as larger lenses, are used to make sub-wavelength features. Double patterning has also been introduced to assist in shrinking distances between features, especially if lithography is used. It is expected that more layers will be patterned with 193nm wavelength at the 45 node. Moving previously loose layers, such as metal 4 and metal 5, from 248nm to 193nm wavelength is expected to continue, which will likely further drive costs upward, due to difficulties with 193nm photoresists. High dielectric. Chip makers have initially voiced concerns about introducing new high materials into the gate stack, for the purpose of reducing leakage current density. As of 2007, however, both IBM and Intel have announced that they have high dielectric and metal gate solutions, which Intel considers to be a fundamental change in transistor design. 1. NEC has also put high materials into production. Technology demos. In 2004, TSMC demonstrated a 0.296 square micrometer 45nm SRAM cell. In 2008, TSMC moved on to a 40nm process. 2. In January 2006, Intel demonstrated a 0.346 square micrometer 45nm node SRAM cell. In April 2006, AMD demonstrated a 0.370 square micrometer 45nm SRAM cell. In June 2006, Texas Instruments debuted a 0.24 square micrometer 45nm SRAM cell, with help of immersion lithography. In November 2006, UMC announced that it had developed a 45nm SRAM chip with a cell size of less than 0.25 square micrometer using immersion lithography and low dielectrics. In 2006, Samsung developed a 40nm process. 3. The successors to 45nm technology are 32nm, 22nm, and then 14nm technologies. Commercial introduction. Matsushita Electric Industrial Company started mass production of System-on-a-Chip, SoC, ICS for digital consumer equipment based on 45nm process technology in June 2007. Intel shipped its first 45nm processor, the Xeon 5400 series, In November 2007. Many details about Penryn appeared at the April 2007 Intel Developer Forum. Its successor is called Nehalem. Important advances 4 include the addition of new instructions, including SSE4, also known as Penryn New Instructions, and new fabrication materials, most significantly a hafnium-based dielectric. AMD released its Sempron 2, Athlon 2, Turion 2 and Phenom 2, in generally increasing order of performance, as well as Shanghai Optron processors using 45nm process technology in late 2008. The Xbox 360S, released in 2010, has a Xenon processor fabricated in a 45nm process. 5. The PlayStation 3 Slim model introduced the Cell Broadband engine in a 45nm process. 6. Example, Intel's 45nm process. At IEDM 2007, more technical details of Intel's 45nm process were revealed. 7. Since immersion lithography is not used here, the lithographic patterning is more difficult. Hence, a line-cutting double patterning method is used explicitly for this 45nm process. Also, the use of high dielectrics is introduced for the first time, to address gate leakage issues. For the 32nm node, immersion lithography will begin to be used by Intel. 160nm gate pitch, 73% of 65nm generation. 200nm isolation pitch, 91% of 65nm generation, indicating a slowing of scaling of isolation distance between transistors. Extensive use of dummy copper metal and dummy gates. 8. 35nm gate length, same as 65nm generation. 1nm equivalent oxide thickness, with 0.7nm transition layer. Gate last process using dummy polysilicon and damascene metal gate. Squaring of gate ends using a second photoresist coating. 9. 9 layers of carbon-doped oxide and Cu interconnect, the last being a thick redistribution layer. Contacts shaped more like rectangles than circles for local interconnects. Lead-free packaging. 1.36 mA/MNFET drive current. 1.07 mA/MPFET drive current, 51% faster than 65nm generation, with higher hole mobility due to increase from 23% to 30% GE in embedded SiGe stressors. In a 2008 ChipWorks reverse engineering 10, it was disclosed that the trench contacts were formed as a metal zero layer in tungsten serving as a local interconnect. Most trench contacts were short lines oriented parallel to the gates covering diffusion, while gate contacts were even shorter lines oriented perpendicular to the gates. It was recently revealed, 11, that both the Nehalem and Atom microprocessors used SRAM cells containing gate transistors instead of the conventional 6, in order to better accommodate voltage scaling. This resulted in an area penalty of over 30%. Processors using 45nm technology. Matsushita released the 45nm Unifia in 2007. 12. Wolfdale 3M, Yorkfield XE and Penryn Intel processors sold under the Core 2 brand. First generation Intel Core i3, i5 and i7 series processors such as Clarksfield, Bloomfield and Linfield. Diamondville, Pineview are Intel cores with hyper-threading sold under the Intel Atom brand. AMD Thuban, Phenom 2, Callisto, Heka, Propus, DNIB, Zosma, Phenom 2, and Shanghai Optron, quad-core processors, Regia, Athlon 2, dual-core processors, 1, Caspian, Turion 2, mobile dual-core processors. The Xenon processor in the Xbox 360S model. Sony/Toshiba Cell Broadband Engine in PlayStation 3 Slim Model September 2009. Samsung S5 PC110, as known as Hummingbird. Texas Instruments OMAP 3 and 4 series. IBM Power 7 and Z196. Fujitsu Spark 64 VIIFX series. The Wii U Espresso IBM CPU. References. IEEE Spectrum, the high-K solution.
Good. So we have the evening news in Denmark in 10 minutes. So that was the 45. Let's close it. Let's continue 65 minutes. I like to watch the news, and I could start empty my memory cards. My internet connection is super slow. So I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos on my memory card. So I will start to not upload, but I will empty my memory cards and charging my camcorder.